All right, so here's my update for week 30. I actually was thinking about skipping my update today because I was gonna do it early in the morning before we left on our trip, but I didn't because I was just doing some last minute packing and everything. And I was also just thinking about like maybe not doing updates for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But I've got some alone time right now, so I figured I might as well do it. It's like 7 o'clock at night right now. We left, we were on the road all day. We're in Amarillo right now. So yeah, I don't know. So far, so good. We went and so actually I skipped my I skipped one workout this week. I skipped the one on Saturday because I was just getting kind of anxious about the trip. And so I ended up spending the whole day packing and just getting the house ready for us being gone for 3 weeks. And so yeah, I didn't work out, but I still got my steps in because I was like walking around enough that I ended up getting over 7,000 steps in. So I didn't feel that bad about it. My diet was actually really good this week. I did get back to focusing on getting my protein shakes in again. So I was doing like 2 protein shakes a day, and I switched up how I was eating in the way that basically I was just eating my roommate's scraps every night. So he was still going to the barbecue place, and he got me corn for a couple of the days, and then he normally doesn't finish all of his food, so I just eat his leftovers because they're gonna go to waste anyway. And so that's what I did, and my average weekly calories was down from over 2,000 last week to 1,854 this week. And I think Sunday was like the worst because last Sunday I think I just ate a lot. So I think that kind of bumped my average up, but I think I was usually just eating like 1,500 calories a day, and I just wasn't that hungry this week. And I think the protein shakes helped. Like, as much as I hate I don't hate them, but I don't really love drinking the protein shakes. And I think in my mind, I'm like, that's 600 calories that I could be eating like fruit or something else, but carbs just, there's a car alarm going off. Let me make sure it's not mine actually. Okay, I think we're good. But yeah, like protein is just so much more filling. And so, at least this week, I don't know, maybe I just didn't have as much of an appetite this week, but yeah, it does seem like having that protein shake after my workout does kind of curb my appetite throughout the day. And then I've been having one like in the evening about like 20 minutes before I eat, and then it does seem to like make me fuller. So I don't know, I guess I need to get back to that, but not now, I guess, since I'm traveling. I did buy some like pre-made protein shakes because the ones that I do at home are the powder that I mix in the blender. And so I got some of these just already, I just have to open it up and drink it. So I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so maybe I'll just have like on the road, we'll work out in the morning, I'll have a protein shake, and then later on I'll have another one, and then whatever we're getting for dinner, I'll just have dinner somewhere. So didn't do that today. My roommate got a Starbucks drink this morning, and he took like a few sips of it and didn't want it. So like basically I could live off of his leftovers because he just always has so many leftovers. So that's probably what I'm gonna do for at least some part of this trip. That's what we did for dinner too. Like he went to a steakhouse, like there's this big Texan steakhouse in Amarillo, and so he wanted to go there because that's like the place that was on all the billboards and everything and people talk about. And so he got his steak, I got some sides, and I just ate my sides, and then whatever leftovers. And I tried to plug it into it's gonna be hard to keep up with MyFitnessPal on this, especially if we're eating at like restaurants that aren't chain restaurants, because you just, if they don't have the calories, like you just have to kind of guess. So that's what I did my best guess, and so far today I've had like maybe 1,400 calories, and it's just crazy like how fast calories can add up, just even with one big meal. But I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna just track it, and whatever happens, happens. I'm also switching up my workouts over the next 3 weeks. We went to a gym, so we got up early. We left the house at like 7, and then we drove to Oklahoma City, and we worked out there. And it was an interesting gym. It was, I think it was called Colaw, Colaw. And basically it felt a lot like a Planet Fitness, but with a different color scheme. Instead of the purple and yellow, it was like a lime green and blue inside. And I like that color scheme a little bit better. And it's only $7 a month instead of $10 a month. And it has like all these amenities, like the same amenities, maybe even more than Planet Fitness had. Like if I was going to go there regularly, they have like massage and tanning and all that stuff. Besides the colors, like the main difference that just kind of was glaring was and I don't know if they're all like this, I don't know if it's a chain, but it was very religious. Just, at first I was kind of like, we went up to the counter, and they had like these like religious books up on the counter, and I was like, oh, maybe they just like collaborate with a local church or something, and they just had this stuff up on the counter. And then I went to the bathroom, and there was like a flyer in the stall that was like, hey, you can get one of these books for free. And then when we were on the treadmill, they had like the TV screens, and they were like promoting like their religious materials on the TV screens. And then I noticed that the music they had playing was like religious music. And then I noticed on the way out they had like religious t-shirts for sale. So I guess it must be owned by a religious group. But other than that, like, I mean, I don't care. Like, it was a good gym. It was a decent gym. The equipment was fine. It was just like commercial gym equipment. They had all the machines, it was like a Planet Fitness, but just kind of with a religious slant and with a different color scheme and a little bit cheaper. So anyway, it was fine. But for the workout, my roommate was like, hey, like, why not for this trip? Like, why don't you let me train you? Because usually when he comes in the mornings with me, he just kind of comes in the mornings to get out of bed and just move around. And when he does come with me, and then he'll usually just kind of like go through my workout with me, but that's not really like his workout of the day. He'll go to the gym later on in the day. But so today, instead of me following my workout, I just kind of followed him around and did whatever he wanted to do. And he kind of pushed me a little bit harder. And so if we keep that up, I think I'll at least get some pretty good workouts while we're here, and so while we're traveling. And that's kind of when I planned the trip, since he's coming with me. Like, it's for my work, but I also wanted to, like, I didn't want to throw him off his workout schedule, and I wanted to try to make it more enjoyable for him than us just going to all these wastewater treatment centers. And he's not really like super big on traveling, so we're not gonna do like the normal like touristy stuff. We are gonna stop at a few places. Like, we stopped at Cadillac Ranch today and got a couple photos there. But yeah, he's actually at the gym right now because there's a Crunch Fitness like literally right next door to our hotel. So he wanted to go get another workout in today. So that's what he's doing, but it's getting kind of close to my bedtime. So I thought I would do this, get this out of the way. Oh, I don't actually, I guess I'm not going to be doing my measurements unless we stop somewhere and get some measuring tape, because I guess I forgot to bring it. So no measurements. But one thing that I did want to note this week, so I'll look back after this through my other weeks. I think this week is a week that my body holds on to more weight, because so like last week I was still eating higher calories, but I dropped weight. This week I was eating lower calories almost every day, and my weight kind of went up or stayed the same. Like it was just kind of like sitting in the same place. So even though technically I was in like what I think is a calorie deficit for me, I think it's just that time of the month where I hold on to more weight. And so yeah, I think this is a week that I did feel like chubbier. You know, I said I don't really honestly look in the mirror that much on a day-to-day basis. I work from home, I wear the same thing every day, so I don't really like need to look in the mirror ever. Like really the only time I look at myself is when I do these videos for the most part. So I just kind of go by what I'm feeling. And even though I was eating lower calories this week, I still feel kind of chubby. So yeah, that's just one thing I noticed. So I think this is just maybe my heavier week. So yeah, I don't know. I think I was thinking about doing like a whole like vlog of this trip, and I was thinking about like getting back into Instagram and posting on my Instagram stories and stuff, some of the things we were doing, but I don't know. We'll see if I do that. I'll try to take some video clips this week. Maybe some of the gyms that we go to, and so maybe this will just be more of like a vlog the next week or two, but yeah. I will run through the apps, I guess, and just show you kind of what I was talking about with my calories and with my weight. And hopefully I'll find time. I think I will be on the road next Sunday. We've got a couple places where we stay more than one day, because I've got like the weekends, none of the wastewater treatment plants are open for me to tour and interview people, but I think we're gonna be on the road next Sunday, but we'll see. I should be able to get it in sometime, but yeah, I want to try, like I don't want to get off these updates, but yeah, I should be able to do it. I'll try to get some video clips, so maybe there'll be something interesting, but yeah, that's it. We'll see how it goes. I'll run through my apps real quick. All right, so here is my weight for this week. So yeah, like I said last week, even though I was eating like over 2,000 calories, I was eating pretty high calories most of the days. That July 16th through 22nd, I still like lost a pound on average over the course of that week, but you can see it starting to creep up towards the end of the week. And then yeah, so it was a little bit higher at the beginning of this past week, and then Tuesday it was the highest. It got up to 141.8, and then it kind of started dropping down, and then it went back up. So yeah, that's another thing. I'm not gonna be able to weigh myself this trip, so because I didn't bring my scale with me. I guess we could buy one, but like scales are so different. I think I'm just not gonna weigh myself. It'll be a surprise, I guess, when I get back home, like what's happened over these couple of weeks with my fitness pal. So yeah, so Sunday was kind of crazy. I ate a whole lot that day. And then, yeah, so like I guess I was over 2,000 on Monday too. But yeah, most of the week I was pretty low calories. And I still kind of like started gaining weight. Like, I don't know. The weight doesn't make sense to me. I think it just changes with my hormone cycle, I guess. But that's what the calories were like. My macros were actually really good this week. Wait a minute. Oh, I wrote down the wrong. No, they were not. I was wondering why my percentages were off. Yeah, never mind. My macros were not good at all this week. I ate a lot of carbs with the corn. You can see down here, fruit snacks, apple, corn, baked potato. So yeah, no, my carbs were pretty bad. 46% carbs, 37% fat, 17% protein. Even with those 2 protein shakes, because normally when I was really like trying to hit my macros, I would have the protein shakes, and then I would have some like high protein chili, and then I would add some other, like the meatballs, the Gardein meatballs in to try to get my proteins up pretty high. But yeah, no, my macros are still higher than the previous, still better, more protein than the previous weeks, but not a lot. It was like 77 grams a day was what it averaged out to. So anyway, like I said, well, here, let me switch back over. I can't get my phone. I'll bend over. But yeah, like I said, I'm just not really gonna focus on the macros. Just try to do the best I can. Main goal will be to just try to get most of my workouts in, and not go too crazy on overeating. I'm not really feeling super hungry, but I'm sure I'll get an appetite probably towards the end of the trip. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. And I will try to stay updated and try to stay on it, and just, I guess my main thing is like, I just don't want to completely fall off the wagon while I'm on this trip. So we'll see if I can just keep going and keep working.